Okay, so we're going to add some polynomials together. Remember that this is really just combining like terms. So the first one we are adding a binomial with another binomial. So when we're adding, there's no other steps other than we just have to combine like terms. So I really have 9w minus 4 plus w plus 5. Remember that a like term is any term that has the same variable with the same exponent. So those in this problem are the 9w and the 1w. That's really a 1 in front of that w. When you don't see it, it's a 1. So those two get combined together. So we just have to do whatever the sign tells us to do. So this is a positive 9, and then we're going to add 1w. So 9 plus 1 is 10. W, we don't change the variable, we don't change its exponent. We just add it together. And then the only two things left over, those are also like terms, a negative 4 with a positive 5. So we just do the mini problem, negative 4 plus 5, which gives us a positive 1. So we're going to write plus 1. So our final answer when we add those two binomials together is 10w plus 1. All right, so let's look at number 2. Number 2, this time what we're doing is we're adding a trinomial with another trinomial. So we've got a little bit more going on here. So the like terms here, you'll notice you have an x here and an x here, but these are not alike because this one has a 2, an exponent of 2. This one really has an exponent of 1. So if I have 6x squared minus 3x plus 1 plus x squared plus x minus 1, the like terms, or the term that's alike with the 6x squared, is this 1x squared. Remember we talked about if we don't see the coefficient, it's a 1. So those are the two things that are alike. So again, we're going to do the 6 plus the 1. We're not going to change the variable. We're not going to change the exponent. They are alike, so we're just going to put them together. 6 plus 1 gives us a 7x squared. All right, so now let's find something else that's alike. The next term that we have is an x to the first power, and we have an x to the first power here. So we have negative 3 and then plus 1 again. So negative 3 plus 1 gives us negative 2. Don't change the variable, don't change the exponent. It's really a 1. You don't have to write the 1. It's assumed when you don't see it. All right, and then the only thing left is this plus 1 and this minus 1, and those don't have variables. They're constants. So 1 minus 1 gives us 0. You don't have to write plus 0. It's not incorrect if you do, but you don't have to. All right, so let's jump down to number 3. Number 3, another trinomial plus trinomial. So I'm going to write it all out. 4x squared plus 6x minus 9 plus 5x squared minus 7x plus 2. Very similar to the last one. We're looking for same variable, same exponent. So I have an x squared here and another x squared here. I have 4 and then plus 5 gives us 9x squared. Don't change the variable, don't change the exponent. All right, and then next I have x to the first power and x to the first power. I have positive 6 of them here, negative 7 of them here. So I will do 6 minus 7. Gives us negative 1 x to the first power. Again, don't change the variable, don't change the exponent. And the exponent's a 1. You don't have to write it. I just wrote it to remind you not to change it. And then last, we have negative 9. Circle it in red. And then a plus 2. Again, those are both constants, so they don't have a variable. We just do exactly what it says. Negative 9 plus 2 gives us negative 7, and we are finished. That is our final answer. There's nothing else we can do. No more terms that can be combined. And then last one, number 4. This one's a little bit longer. A polynomial plus a trinomial. So I'm going to write all this out one more time just so you can see it all together without those parentheses. All right, so here we go. The first term is a 9x to the third power. So I'm going to look for another x to the third power, which are 4 of them over here. I'm going to add the 9 and the 4 together. That gives us 13. Don't change the variable, don't change the exponent. The next term that we see is a negative 4x squared. I need to find another x squared, or x to the second power, but there aren't any. So it doesn't disappear, it just doesn't combine with anything. So we just write it out, negative 4x squared. Okay. Next one we have is a positive 2x, and here's a negative 3x, x to the first power, x to the first power. Those are alike. 2 minus 3 gives us negative 1, x to the first power. Again, you don't have to write the 1. And then I'll have negative 6 plus 1. Negative 6 plus 1 gives us negative 5. So all in all, if we write this as simplified as possible, we would have 13x cubed minus 4x squared minus x minus 5. Notice in that last step, I just got rid of the ones that don't have to be written. Again, it's not incorrect if you write them. This is our final answer for number 4.